We are hearing. He just hung up on us. There he is.
You there?
We're hearing that we're here. Are you there?
I'm here.
We're here. You're halfway to the completion of the 2020 plan. Talk about that and what that means for all of us here in the area.
Well, as we back in 2013, as we're developing our plans for new growth patterns in the economy with Marcy, with Quad C, with the Marcy Nano Center, and the vision of what was coming down the road, and other pieces. We really believed we needed a people plan too, a master plan for our people to address the needs of jobs, the needs of training, of education, of transportation, of access, all of the things that communities look at and companies look at as they're set to establish. And we learned that one of the key pieces as we were able to land AMS was looking at the preparation and the workforce, because companies want to come where there are people that can fit into the jobs that they offer, and more importantly, have other things to do as well as work, and especially looking at the way the new the term millennials and the new millennials will look at what they want to do when they're not working during the daytime. And so 2020 was really a blueprint of envisioning all of these people, new people coming into the area, many more of our young people staying in the area, and how we would address it with housing, how we would address it in different needs. And we've seen a lot of that come to fruition over the last few years with some initiatives and incentives on new housing growth, and then the lofts and all the other pieces. We increased internships alone in this area. You know, one of the things, Bill, is that people always look at other areas and jobs, especially young people when they come home for the summer. We've been able to keep more young people home in the summertime and throughout the year in internships than ever before, because we're showcasing the other great businesses that we have available in Oneida County.
And these internships, when a student uses an internship, it oftentimes can lead to a permanent job, which is, that's what parents always say, boy, I wish my kids could find work here.
Right, and when we started this, when we looked at the number of internships just alone in the county, it was somewhere around 400 on average, and now we're over 1,000 throughout the year. And that says a great deal for the companies that are here. That's another piece, because you have all of these other great technology companies, the growth in cybersecurity between Rome Lab and all the businesses that spun off that, and Utica College's programs. Those are great opportunities. So we built upon that, and now the next phase is, and we built upon housing. We still got more to do. We're going to be unveiling the new downtown initiative soon in the next couple of weeks to kick that off to help our downtowns. And we're going to keep moving forward on transportation issues, because we know that, especially with the way the new arterial project is shaping out and the different walkways that are going to be available, and Oriskany Boulevard, and then we got the hospital project. So there's a lot to keep us busy.
Story in the OD said things are slowly moving at Quad C and for nanotechnology. Is the funding coming slowly? Has any of this controversy with the Buffalo Billions and this stuff with Cuomo, has any of it affected the progress?
I don't think it's affected the progress. I think money moves slowly in government, especially when you're moving around $600 million at times. That is not the normal course in project money. But we, in terms of the Marcy Nano project and AMS, they're in the design phase. It takes a while. These are things that just don't happen very quickly. You just don't go and build a fab. But so it's taken that time to get those pieces together. But we've been in contact with the company. They've been here several times over the last several weeks, really, and making their arrangements and plans, and working with the state and locally with EDGE and all of us to move them forward. So, these projects, I know they have, especially when a company has an aggressive timetable, it looks like it's slowing down because of budgets and other things. The Buffalo Billion, I think, just stalls things just from a different kind of perspective. Just the cautiousness of it,
sure,
more than the actual stoppage.
And finally, yesterday it was on Capitol Tonight. Joe Griffo, Senator Griffo, decided he's finally going to do it. He has endorsed Donald Trump. Do you feel the same way? Will you do the same thing?
I haven't crossed that bridge yet. So, but I'm watching this. I want to see this convention and how things shake out in the next few days. And I don't know, I'm kind of torn, like a lot of other Republicans.
Yeah.
In terms of the way this. I think waking up this morning, looking at again from last night.
Another controversy.
I think I still go back to a year ago or thereabouts. Or I was like so many others that thought Donald Trump would be long gone by this time this year. And unfortunately, we're in real troubled times in the country, and that's a little scary. And just in from someone who grew up, I was smaller in the '60s and '70s and saw some of the turmoil around a time when the country was at war in Vietnam and all that, and it's kind of a little sad and scary that we're going back to that kind of anger.
Similarities, yeah.
And so we'll see what happens over the next several days.
All right, we I almost called you Congressman. That's so funny. County executive. It could have been. I mean, it could have happened. It could have happened. County Executive Anthony Picente, thanks so much. We'll talk again. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Bill.